So the other day I posted, not the other day, I guess it was last month, I posted a post. I got like 16,000 shares, and it was a quote by John Wooden, like the most winningest coach in college basketball. It's kind of sunny out there. And it basically said something to the effect of this. Be more worried about be more concerned with your character than your reputation. Because, your reputation is what other people think of you, and your character is who you really are. And I think the reason why that had a ton of shares, and I guess it's obviously such a great quote, is because that really, I think the essence of who you are, it'll erode at you if you're doing things for other people just for how they think of you. And I think that I feel a lot of my life has been affected because I was worried about how other people think of me. And I think a lot of us do. I mean, I think that's something that paralyzes a lot of us, that we're worried about what other people think of us. But, when you're by yourself and you see that piece of trash on the sidewalk, do you pick that up and put it in the trash can? Or is it only when you're around other people to look good in front of them that you pick up that piece of trash? And I've been guilty of that. I'm going to be honest with you. But what's really funny is, for me, when I'm, I know it's kind of I guess I'll just be real. When I go to the bathroom, I don't care where I'm at, if I'm in a public restroom, whatever, I always wipe the seat. Not even the seat, it's like the other part. When you put the seat up, I always wipe that before I flush a toilet and go, because it's kind of like it's like it's my house. It's like I am going to the bathroom in my house, and how would I want somebody else to treat my house if somebody went to the bathroom there, right? And when you go to a public place to go to the restroom, yeah, it might be kind of messy, but that doesn't mean you need to mess it up even more. It's kind of like one of those things where I think I did this study. It's like, when there's like a piece of trash in an area, it's like it collectively gets more trash and gets more messed up, versus a place that's like nice, neat, and clean. It tends to not get messed up so fast and so easy. And I think that's the same thing with our character, is if we constantly make these little itty-bitty decisions when we're by ourselves, that really builds up the integrity. And I know a lot of people throw that word around like it's cliche in a different context or whatever, but when you think about a lot of the reasons why people don't trust other people is because they don't trust themselves. Meaning, here's what this means. Like, for example, I'm going to go on this diet. I'm going to, for the next 90 days, I'm going to eat clean and green and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, 3 days later, we're eating pizza and we're eating candy and all this crazy stuff. And all of a sudden, we let ourselves down. But instead of taking that one meal, and yeah, you messed up on that one meal, and getting back on the horse and getting back on track, we just throw the baby out with the bathwater, and we're like, forget it. I knew I couldn't do it. And so it's like you lost integrity with yourself, and so now you don't even trust yourself to do another diet. And then it bleeds into other things in your life. And so what starts to happen is, when you don't trust yourself, you don't trust other people. And so it starts within, and you generate the trust. You don't have trust, you generate it, and then you trust other people. Now, I understand a lot of us have been through a lot of stuff where we've gotten screwed and tattooed and all these crazy things, and now it's hard to trust anyone, and I get that. One of my previous videos months and months ago, as a young boy, some things happened to me that really caused me to not trust anyone. But I had, I lived to fight another day. I had to build up that trust, and until I started reading books and going to seminars and listening to things, started realizing that it starts from within. You can generate that, right? And I don't mean to go on a tangent there, not really a tangent, but to explain more, but I really wanted to go a little bit more in depth there, because I think our character's always got all we have. And I think that who cares what other people think of us? If you're true to your character, and you're the type of person who says what you do and you walk your talk, then your reputation is going to be your reputation. Whatever. Your friends might think you're weird. Your friends might, whatever. Who cares? When you've passed on, it's your legacy, right? It's what are the history books going to say about who you were and what you did and what you stood for. That's what your legacy is, and that's what your character is. And those little decisions that we make every single day when we're by ourselves and is what's really going to build that trust in yourself and also that confidence in yourself. Because I get it. There's been times where I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, golly, man, okay, I'm going to go, okay, for example, football, okay? Playing football as a receiver, you know, I pride myself on catching every freaking ball that's thrown to me. But when you drop that pass, that 1 in a million pass, it gets at you. It got at me. And so then I tend to think about, you know, don't drop the pass, don't drop the pass. The problem is if I'm focusing on don't dropping the pass, the word drop the pass is in the phrase, right? So my brain doesn't know the difference between reality and what I'm saying. And so it's focusing on dropping the pass. So I got to focus on catching the pass, catching the pass, catching the pass. So I can just play that on and on and on. And so that's what builds up who we are, is those little decisions that we make every day when people aren't around. And once again, a big reminder from Uncle Jefferson today of who cares about your reputation. I want you to care about your character. And thank you very much, Coach Wooden. Hope this helps you arrive at your next intended destination, healthy, wealthy, and happy. Make those decisions, guys, and I will see you at your next destination.